Hey, what's up everyone? John here with WebDev for you, here to help you build awesome websites without code. So welcome. If you're new here, I do these live streams every Monday through Thursday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central, and we cover everything and anything related to Webflow and web design and development. I go over how to build layouts in Webflow, how to use different design systems in Webflow. I also go over how to create animations and interactions in Webflow. And all of this is to help you design better and more beautiful websites. Yeah, that's basically it. I do that spiel every day pretty much. But yeah, I know there's quite a few new viewers and visitors, so I always like to mention that. I also provide support via the super chat feature on YouTube. So if you need help with your personal project, you can drop a super chat and I can help you live here on this live stream. If it's any simple questions related to Webflow, you can just feel free to type it in the chat and I'll be happy to go over it. So today is going to be kind of another light and breezy live stream. Thursdays are usually more relaxed. It's the last day of the week for my live streams, so I always like to open it up and just field any questions and have a more general discussion about Webflow and web design and development in general. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Hi Joey, hello. Hi Dale. Hi Amkar. Hello John, just want to thank you. Got my first full Webflow project today. Been stuck to WordPress for long. Yeah, I understand, Amkar. WordPress is no fun in my opinion. Not a great experience with WordPress. Happy to hear that, Amkar, for sure. Yeah, I'm happy to help. The world of web design and development is vast and there's a lot of content and information. And if I can provide some assistance in any way, I'm happy to do that. So I did want to open this up and, I'll showcase another little script that we can work with when using web design and development. Hi, Jenny. Hello. Hi, welcome. Yes. If it's your first time, just welcome and super happy to have you here. The general, usually I provide I go over some pretty in-depth content regarding Webflow and different design systems. You came on Thursday. Thursdays are just really chill. So if you're new to Webflow, if you're new to this live stream and you have just questions in general about web design and development, just feel free to ask and we can discuss it and I can see if I can help in any way. All right, so I don't have too much on the agenda for today. I just want to show this Typed.js script where you can type out text. I know a lot of users and a lot of websites have this effect, so I just wanted to cover it. There's a few different examples that we can take a look at. Slack uses Typed.js. Let's see if I can find the example here. Visual-dev.fm. Check that out if you haven't already. They go over some really great no-code content. I don't see it here, the Typed.js. Let's see if I can find another example. Go Rails. I guess they stopped using this. What's typed.com? Can't be reached. Let's check out this one. All right, so it says these sites use it, but I don't see the effect on the site. Okay, here it is. So manage instances, manage droplets, easy online, manage servers, easily online. Maybe we'll try to recreate this. That could be fun. Hi, Manuel. Hi, Eunice. Yes. Yeah, everything's good. We've just been covering different web design and development topics for sure. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Let me just delete this content here. We'll go ahead and add the script from JS Deliver. And actually, so this script is by Matt Bolt. and he provides the JS deliver script right here. So we can just copy this and then go back into Webflow, and we'll go to the custom code. I'll delete this code here, and we'll just add the script here in the before body tag section. Then I'll save it. All right, and then we can add this code. So let's start with this code here. So variable typed to, and so I'll just copy this, and we'll go into Webflow, and I'll just add that script in there. So basically the way you want to add it is, let's see, variable, this needs to be variable type 2 equals new typed, and then hashtagged type 2. So we want to apply this ID to a div, and then it'll type out this string here. And we can set a type speed. So I'll set the type speed maybe to 100 milliseconds, the back speed to 100 milliseconds, fade out true, and loop true. So I'll save this, and I'll add a div block, and I'll just say typed JS element. And then for the ID, we just add the ID typed to here. So I'll select the element and type in typed to and publish. And also, if there's a website you'd like to see me rebuild quickly in Webflow, just post it. You can't post, I guess, the URL in the chat, but just post the site name and then maybe space.com, and we can just rebuild a site in today's session and just have fun with it. Oh, it needs to be a text block. So let me add a text block. I believe it needs to be a text block. Let's see. And then I'll give it typed 2 for the ID, and let's see. New typed, type 2. Yeah, that should work. So Jenny, if there's a site you like and you'd like to see how it's created in Webflow, let me know, and I'd be happy to go over it. So there we have the typed. So you do need to add a text block, and then you can add some text, and it looks good. So let's go ahead and style this text. So I already installed a Courier font to look like, like a typewriter. And I'll just write text here. It doesn't matter what text is here because the script will override it. And then we can just make it much bigger. And I'll say 1 dash. Okay, and then I'll publish. And preview. We can also take a look at a few sites from awards.com, see how they were built. Nice. Okay, I think it's because I have typed 2 applied to this. And let me remove the text here. So we'll just have a text block. Let's see how that works. There we go, that's better. Some strings with some HTML characters. Okay, cool. So then I can go into the code and I could be like WebDev some for, here, let's do it like that. So you can add commas between strings. So like a open quote or open single quote, close single quote, comma, then another word, and then another text. So WebDev for you, and save, and then publish. So I'll showcase another method of doing it. Some WebDev for you. No, that's not what I wanted to say. Forgot to delete some here. So you can put italics, and you do need to add a few HTML tags to make it italic or bold. So we have WebDev italic, for is bold, strong is bold, and YOU. Nice. And then I'll go over the different properties that we can use for it. So WebDev for you. Yeah, so simple. We see the cursors here on the bottom, and I think all we need to do here is set the position of this text block to absolute and position left. Or no, let's try relative actually. I think we have to set it to relative. No, the cursor's still at the bottom, so let's see why that cursor is at the bottom. Typed.js element, type 2. So we have the cursor. Okay, so for the typed cursor, let me grab this this class name, typed cursor, and I'm going to add some custom HTML because that cursor shouldn't be at the bottom. So we'll add a style tag, we'll add that class name, and we'll say position absolute and left 0, and close the style tag. Let's see how we do. Okay, I don't see the cursor now. Oh, I think I have to, yeah, set this text block to relative. I'll set this to relative. And nice. And yeah, I'll spend a little more time on this, and then we can create like a cool button. Note that cursor's still at the bottom. Okay, typed cursor, and position absolute. Okay, not gonna spend too much more time on this, but that is a bit weird that it's at the bottom. Okay, I'll show the other way to do this. We can, so this is the documentation for it. We can also, let's see, div ID, typed strings. Okay, we can create a text block, so we can add the text here, and we can just smart backspace true, and just do this code here. I think that should work. Type strings, yep. Let's take a look. Nope. I think I have to apply typed and typed strings. So this is typed strings, and this is typed. I can't see the code pen. Did you send it in an email, Omkar? Nope. Yeah, it's not working. Unexpected token. Oh, can't have two script tags. Duh. Okay. All right. Property undefined reading subst. Yeah, that doesn't work. I actually was messing with this, and this way of doing it doesn't quite work. So I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah, that's typed.js, just real simple. I might go more in depth with this, but just add the script, and you can use, I would probably recommend using this way of doing it, you know, like the yeah, the first way I showed, basically. Yeah, where you add the strings like this, so you know, variable typed, new typed, and first sentence, second sentence. So just, you know, like that, and Oh, actually, this is way better. Yeah, typed element. And yeah, we can use a class name rather than the ID. So strings, and maybe I have to say strings element. Typed.js. Yeah, it doesn't show up. Amkar. Hey Jay, what's up? Yeah, you'd have to send it to my contact form at webdevforyou.com because it doesn't. You can't add links in the YouTube chat. So strings element. Okay, let's try this. Strings element. We'll do that. Element new typed strings. Let's see if this works. Let's call this type.js element. Type.js element, strings element, and preview. What camera do you use for that circle effect in your live stream? So that was actually quite involved. I had to create the circle, and I had to download like the circle, and then I had to crop and use like an alpha matte in OBS. There's a video on it, like type in using a circle in OBS and a nice video will pop up. So does this need to be typed-js element? Okay. Hey, what's up, Craig? Let's see. Yeah, this is a weird kind of thing with the script. The past few scripts I've been working with have not worked how I thought they would. Yesterday I worked with text delete, and that was just kind of weird in a way. Here, we'll use it this way then. We won't add it to the actual text. Okay, first sentence, so element. Yeah, we'll just call it element. How's that? Element. It's an element. Great. Yay, it worked. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that's type.js, and cool. So first sentence, and the type speed, I'll change it here to 100. So the basic thing, yeah, you just go to type.js. You want to copy the this JS deliver script, and then just use kind of the script that they provide and create your text. And if you're creating it within the code, you don't want any text in the element, but you do want a text block, I believe, or you can just add a div block actually. Yeah, nice. All right, it should do the first sentence too. Cool. I'm not gonna spend too much more time with that. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But yeah, just wanted to showcase that script really quick. Probably spent too much time on that one. All right. Cool. Let's go to awards.com, or let's do code drops. If you're not familiar with code drops, it's just a great place to get inspiration on the different things you can accomplish within a site. And for that type.js, I'll prepare something a bit more. I didn't quite prepare a site beforehand, and I think that's why it was a bit slow, me kind of explaining that. So again, I mentioned this yesterday, and for any newcomers, I do apologize if you're finding this a bit slow, because I know I'm not really sharing a lot of, well, I guess it's useful if you want to do type.js, but I'm just working on some content that I want to share with everyone here, and I'm kind of preparing that content. So today's just kind of a filler day. Not all the live streams are going to be home runs. So yeah, Just wanted to mention that. Let's see. And if you need help with your site, or like you want to drop a super chat, just drop a chat. Let's see here, inspirational website. So let's just take a look at sites and see how we do. Wow, that's cool. And very nice. That's cool. Let's make a card. Let's do a card like this. This will be fun. Let's make a card rotate on hover. Yeah. All right, let's find an image on Unsplash. Unsplash, and let's do, so we'll do like a 3D card. How's that? We'll make today's live stream fun. We're not gonna just hang around doing nothing. What's a cool image? So abstract art. Let's try that. And or person. Let's do a person. Okay. I remember we used this one, and his beard game is on point. Or just maybe animals. Or let's do blue healer. Okay. I have a blue healer, awesome dog. And yeah, this is what my blue healer looks like when he looks at me. Yeah. All right, how about this one? Sure. Okay. So we have a section. Personally, I love the rawness of the live problem solving. Keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate it, Richard. Appreciate it. Yeah, we can go back to typed.js, but it wasn't working how I intended, or like there's some probably like something I overlooked with it, where because ideally you would want to type your text on the site, or just have it as part of the design and then just apply the script to that text, so you're not having to do much else. Or you can have the text and then delete the text and apply the text in the script. It's confusing, I know. It's we'll revisit it. I'll have something way more prepared for that, maybe even an entire site built, or an entire page, so we can actually see the utility of that script. But for now, let's just create a quick interaction, some 3D stuff. And so we have this section. I'll center it. We'll add a div block. We'll make this div 300 by 400. And let me go ahead and get that image. So Amkar wrote, the project I'm starting with is for graphics design agency. Any tips to finding inspirations for design and interactions? Yeah, absolutely, Amkar. Like, I have quite a list. One site I use is awards.com. Just go through, you can type in what you're looking for, what type of design you're looking for. Dribble. You can type in, or go to web design here under Dribble and just get some inspiration here. Like, this is super cool. Like, that grid of the site is dope. That would be a fun thing to rebuild. And maybe that's something we can do moving on. Just find a Dribble shot and recreate it. I'm for that. Like, here's a nice one. Careers, Glow Fox. That would be a nice rebuild. Yeah, and they have more pages here. So there's plenty of inspiration. Yeah, Dribble is a good place. Code Drops, as I mentioned, I use Code Drops a lot. If you go to their playground, they have a lot of really, really cool effects that you can get inspiration from. All right, so let's make a 3D card, or a card that kind of rotates as we hover over it. So let's go to, let's see, downloads. Let me resize this image. $1,500, okay. And I'll save it. All right, so I'll call this image wrapper. And let's add that image. And I'll add it as a background, cover. Nice. That's a happy-go-lucky dog. All right, add a border radius. Okay, so yeah, I did this incorrectly. We don't want to add the background image. Yeah, some days are better than others, Dale. I'm sure you've guys probably seen, like, and I think it's preparation, and I'll be honest, I didn't quite prepare as much for this live stream. In the other live streams, we had different design systems we were working with and different layouts. So I might just go back to that because, you know, if I don't have any content to really share the specific day, it makes it a bit tougher. So I do apologize, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but I've been getting, you know, new projects and different things I've been working on, and it's taking up quite a bit of my time. And I'm in no way saying I'm stopping the live streams. I just have to manage my time a bit better to prepare for these live streams to make sure that I'm providing useful and helpful content. Yeah, with that said, we'll just build some interesting stuff today. But yeah, I might just go, if I don't have anything for the day, we'll just build out some of these layouts as I mentioned before. And I actually forgot about some of these layouts. This would have been perfect content for today. But yeah, we'll just work on an interaction for today. So we have the image wrapper, then I'll add a div, and this will be the image. For the image wrapper, I'll set it to position relative and position absolute and full. And then we'll add the image to this div. So I'll click the plus, choose image, add it here, set it to cover, center it, and I'll add a border radius to it. All right, so then to the image wrapper, we want to add some 3D perspective to it. So under 2D and 3D transforms, we'll click the three dots and we'll add some children perspective of 1000. So the children elements have some space for some 3D motion. And then I can select this image and I can go to interactions. I can go to on mouse move over element, and on mouse move we can play a mouse animation, and I'll start an animation and I'll say image mouse move. And when the mouse moves to the X, we're gonna rotate it on the Y axis, we'll rotate it -10, and then we'll rotate it 10, and then on that was the X axis, excuse me. So then on the Y axis, we'll rotate it vertically, or not move it, we'll rotate it. On the X axis, we'll say -10, or I think it's 10, yeah, 10, and then -10. And if I preview, we have a cool rotating card. So Eric wrote, hey, do you know something about what it takes to become an official Webflow expert? I have some questions like, do the sites you submit have to be your design, and do they have to be for clients? Do you need to have an established reputation as a freelancer or agency already? That's a great question. I don't have the exact answers to that, Eric. Become a Webflow expert. Let's see, apply to become a Webflow expert. So requirements, you need to have 1 employee, minimum customer projects, 3 public customer sites. So yeah, I guess maybe your own sites or sites for clients. It looks here like client projects. Number of client projects you must have completed as a freelancer or agency to qualify for the partner program. Yep. A Webflow partner page. Partner must have or create a landing page on their website showcasing their Webflow services offering. Yeah, I guess that's it. So you can become a professional partner or an enterprise partner. And yeah, so they would have to be client projects, Eric. Yeah. So let's use another image from, let me just add another image. I have quite a few here. Or let's go to Unsplash and let's see. Let's do mountains, sure. Or abstract art. Oh, this one's cool. This might look cool with a white background. Yeah, as far as having an established reputation as a freelancer, I'm not sure. Possibly. I think they just said, yeah, you need, yeah, I don't know if they have to be your design, Eric. They might ask you if you designed it, but if you hire a designer, if you have a designer that you hired for the site and you built it in Webflow, like, I'm sure they wouldn't mind that. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I can add a border to it. Nice. And if I wanted it to get even more intense, I could be like, you know, just increment it by 10, negative 20, 20, 20, excuse me, negative 20. Cool. And I could be like, copy this and have a collection of different cards that rotate. And I could change the images. So let's add a few more images and we can have 3 different images. Could be a nice kind of card effect. Yeah, let's add this one and this one. And so the image, I'll just add a combo class of 2, and then I'll replace the image in here. And then replace this image. We'll say 3 for the combo class, and then choose the image, and we'll say right here, noise. Yep, for sure. Cool. That's a fun little effect. Actually, that image looks really interesting when it moves. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I like it. Yeah. So let's see if there's anything else we can do that's kind of fun. Yeah, let's go to code drops and let's see, playground. Let's look at some buttons. Let's make some interesting buttons. Wait, let me see how. All right, let's make this button. This is kind of fun. So let me just hide this image, these image wrappers for a second, and we'll make a button. All right, so let's start with a div. So we'll call this button wrapper, and let's make it a big button, 300 by 200. And we'll make it a link block because buttons are usually link blocks. So 300 by 100 is better. And then okay, so initially the background is black, so we'll add some text block in here. Let's make the button wrapper flex center, and we'll say button text. And for the text, we'll set to position absolute. That's good. And then for this button wrapper, we'll remove the underline, and we'll set the text to black. Okay, and we'll say next for the text. I think that's what it is here. Or new page. New page. Okay, we'll add a font. I'm gonna install Sign because Sign is just an awesome font. We'll go to fonts and let's add Sign. Yeah, and if you guys like, if you have something that you want me to cover, like if there's a site that you really like and you want to see me rebuild it in these live streams, like just send it. I want to make this more like interactive too. Like I can find content, you know, on sites we can rebuild, but you know, I'll always take requests from anyone here in the chat as well. Sign. All right, and yeah, let's do that, and let's make it bold and much larger. New page. All right, and we'll make this white and the background here black. All right, so that's a bit big. Okay, cool. So the background's black, and okay, so in here we can add, hi Yvonne, hello, hello. Button wrapper, let's set the position to relative, and let's set this div block, so this is going to be button block, and I'll set this to position absolute and full, and we'll make this more of a gray. Okay, and let's make sure the button text is in front, and great. So that's all we need for that, and actually I did miss one thing. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we want to add a div block in here, and we want to place this button text inside of this div block. So I'm going to call this text wrapper, and this button text I'm just going to say position relative, and this text wrapper I'm going to say position absolute. Okay, great. Then I'm going to copy this button text, and I'm going to say button text 2, and this is going to be the color black. Okay, so we need a white text and a black text there for this effect. So initially the button is black with white text. So for the text wrapper, let's set the overflow to hidden, and let's set the height. So let's give the text a specific line height. So I'll say 25 pixels, or how about 30 pixels? Yeah, 30 pixels. And then we'll set the height of the text wrapper to 30 pixels. So we only see one text, but there's a text below it. Okay, so this is going to be important when it comes to the animation. So let's go ahead and animate it. We have all our elements, all of our components set up. So now we can animate it. So for the button wrapper, when I hover over it, we're going to go to interactions. I'll click the plus, and I'll say on mouse hover, we'll start an animation. I'll click the timed animation, and I'll say button hover in. And then initially for this button block, we're going to move it 100% to the right. Okay, so 100%, and we're going to set it as the initial state. And let's see, so text, okay, and then yeah, that'll work. And then we can animate it. So then for the button block, we're going to animate it. We're going to move it to 0% on the x-axis, and we're going to set the easing to ease, duration of 0.3. Now let's do a fun easing of ease out circ. How's that? Okay, so let's see. So text is white. Okay, and then black. Okay, so then we take this button text here, or this first text, we move it up. So we'll move it up negative 100%. and just the selected element. I don't want to move both of them, so just the selected element. And then we'll grab the second button text. We'll move this negative 100% on the Y, and we'll just do the selected element. Okay, so I hover and we have that effect. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna start them together. So hover and nice. So let me change the speed of these to 0.3 and ease out circ. Okay, that easing doesn't really work for me, so let's just do ease. Okay, and then it needs to be slower, so maybe 0.7. No, 0.5. Let's try that, 0.5. Actually, 0.3 might have worked. 0.4. And I want this to move faster, the button block, so we'll say 0.2. Yeah, that works. All right, so we hover in, that looks good. And yeah, and then for the second button text at the end, we're gonna move it down to 100%. Okay, so it moves down to 100%, duration of 0, and that's it. So it goes to the top, and we want to bring it back to the bottom. So we're not going to notice it. It's not going to look like anything, but that white text is now at the bottom. So when we hover out, we're going to kind of repeat the process. All right, so I'll save. So you have to kind of think in a loop idea of like making things wanting to loop. So on hover out, we'll start an animation. I'll duplicate this. Paulo wrote, hey John, quick question. What tool do you use to test your websites on multiple devices, browsers? I use Sizzy.co. It's an awesome tool and site where you can just test, your different sites on it. You can look at MacBook Pro 15-inch, iPad Pro, and all that good stuff. So yeah, the site is Sizzy.co. It is a subscription, but to me it's well worth it. So I think it's like $7 a month for one seat. Yeah, awesome program. So I'll type it in here, Sizzy.co. All right, cool. So on hover out, we're going to button wrapper. Let me go in here, button hover out. Okay, cool. So I'll delete this initial state. The button block, we're just going to move it to negative 100%, so it moves to the right. Yeah, okay, that works. And this button text, this first one, let's see. Okay, so this black text is going to move negative 100%. Okay, yep, that's right. And yeah, that would work. So okay, so let's see. So this moves to the left. The white text moves up, negative 100%. The black text moves up, negative 100%. And then for the black text, we're going to move it down to 100% quickly, and no duration. I think I can delete this. And then the button block, we're also going to move it back to 100%. So we're going to reset it essentially, and we don't need any duration for that. Okay. So we hover. Oh, and we need to wait. Let's see. Hover. Oh, no. The white text needs to go to 0%, not negative 100. And the black text. let's see, button text move to 100%, so this moves up negative 100%. All right, let me go ahead and set the overflow hidden to the button wrapper. Hover, that's good. Almost. Okay, so let's take a look here. So on hover in, the button moves to the center, the white text goes up, the black text goes up, negative 100%. And the white text moves down, okay. So that's right. And then on hover out, the button block moves negative 100%. This button text, moves to 0%, that's right. And the black text moves up negative 100%. And then down 100%. Interesting. Should this be negative 100%? I don't think it should. Oh wait, yeah, maybe it should be. No, it should be 0% for sure. I guess the black text is not moving correctly. So black text, negative 100%. If anyone sees what I'm missing, let me know, because it's not quite working. So that works initially, and then on hover out, so we have the button block. Okay, button block move, that's fine. Button text, oh, maybe nope, that should be fine. Button text, okay. Move. And okay. So initially, no, that seems right. And we moved that text to the bottom 100%. Okay, so it moves, oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, we moved it negative 100%. Got it. So we actually need to move the black text here negative 200%. Yeah, and then so let's see. Yeah, that almost worked. Just doesn't reset quite. Okay, so then this button move. Oh, this is getting. See what happens when it isn't overflow hidden. Thanks, Erik. Great point. That's right. And then let me change the background color of this button wrapper to, I don't know, red, so we can see it. Okay, that black text doesn't reset. So why isn't it resetting? So on hover out, this text, yeah, it should move back down. Would it, oh, back down to 200%, okay. No. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, okay. So the black text needed to go back to 0%, which I don't quite understand. Move to negative 200%. Oh, I guess 0% would be the initial state of that button, of that text. Yeah, that took a bit of messing around with to wrap my head around that, but I guess the resting state of this black text is 0%. The bottom is 0%. 0% for the white text is in the middle. So when I wanted to move the black text to the bottom, I had to set the reset state to 0% and not 100%. Hopefully that made sense, but it just clicked for me. So I'll make this black, and let's set the overflow to the text wrapper to hidden. And there we go. And it doesn't work. Oh. Okay. Button wrapper. So let's see. Button hover out. The button block moves negative 100% and then goes to 100%. So, oh yeah, let me take the, should it loop? I think it should loop. No. Oh, that's strange. Oh man, what an effect. Okay. Okay, and then button hover out. Button block. I gotta say, the interactions panel is where I often am most confused, still wrapping my head around it. Yeah, it does take a bit of time to get used to it. It's not like After Effects where you have a timeline and you can kind of see what your animation is doing. You have to work a bit differently with the animation. So yeah, I've done quite a few of these now, so I'm kind of familiar with the interactions, but this one's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why it's doing what it's doing really. So Jay wrote, "Hey John, I want to ask in the mobile part using Wizardry, should you use the embed code and adjust the font size, or should you manually put the M in tablet and mobile?" Yeah, I would use. So what Timothy does on tablet and mobile is he changes the body font to use pixels instead of VW. So I would. Yeah, I would just use pixels for tablet and mobile. Yeah, that would be my recommendation, because on tablet and mobile you don't need things to scale like you would on a desktop. So I would just change it to pixels. What I find the most useful thing about the Wizardry method is that on desktop you can just scale up the desktop version and not lose the proportions and the scalability of your elements. So you could essentially put the same website on a super large screen and it would look the same as if looking at it on a laptop. And that's what I really like about the Wizardry method. When you get down to tablet and mobile, you can just use pixels for that. Like you wouldn't need to necessarily scale the site on tablet and mobile. So yeah, I definitely want to get this working before the end of this live stream. Let's see. So we got that working, I think. And move to 0%. Maybe in the hover in animation, you must have the initial state again right at the beginning as a starting point, because it will start there again after hover out, not the initial state. Yeah, that's a very good point, Manuel. I was thinking it had to do something with the initial state. So if I delete the initial state and we just add C position absolute and I move it 100%. No, not the button wrapper, the button block. Yeah, let's move it 100% this way. And so then it would be negative 100%. Button block. Do I have to do like 300 by 200? 300 by 100. No, that just... button block. Okay, set as initial state, so we move it in. Save that, button hover out. Let me try deleting the loop. Button block goes to negative 100%. Then move it back to 0. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I moved it on the y-axis instead of the x. Okay. Yay, we did it. Kind of. Okay, yeah. If you hover too quickly, it doesn't quite work. All right, yeah. I guess it's been kind of a longer week. Just little mistakes there. But yeah, I'll definitely, for next week, these live streams will have a lot more content around layouts, and we'll dive deeper into Webflow. I think we just had a few, at least personally, I had a few intense weeks of different design systems and layouts, and I think I just needed to take a little break. And I'm also working on templates, so I didn't want to overdo it as far as like continuing to build in Webflow. So hopefully that was okay. This live stream was okay. Yeah, when all else fails, start fresh. Yeah. Or hit the aha moment, definitely. Yeah. So this effect, I mean, if you hover too quickly, it doesn't quite work that well. So there would need to be some adjustments. I'm trying to think what the best way would be to fix that. Like, it'd be cool if there was a feature where you couldn't, the hover out animation wouldn't play until the hover in was done. And that way it would ensure that the button doesn't do anything weird if the user like scrolls in and out quickly, because you can see like what happens when I'm doing this type of thing. It just like looks strange, but I guess maybe other sites have that going on. Yeah, appreciate it, Dale. Yeah, definitely we'll have more in-depth live streams and things like that. So if you're new, definitely come back. This isn't the normal live stream where I'm just off the cuff doing whatever. I usually like to work on a specific build. So definitely come back next week. And if you need help with your Webflow project, yeah, come by any day, Monday through Thursday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. And let's see if this button does it. Yeah, this button does it too. So I don't feel so bad. If you hover in and out, it does some janky stuff. So I feel better. But it is a cool button. maybe to make it like less janky, like you could just make it super fast, right? Like the movement, just set it to like 0.2, right? And this would be 0. And then for the hover out, thanks Joey, appreciate it. Set it to 0.2. So it's really fast, and that way you're less likely to get any janky type of thing going on there. Yeah, but that's fun. That's actually a really cool button. I like it. So we did something today. I shouldn't, feel so bad or like, say we didn't do much, but yeah, we did a few things. We worked on Typed.js and this button. So yeah, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend. For all of you who come regularly, I super appreciate it. Tell anyone you know who's into Webflow to stop by. Definitely want to keep growing this live stream. It has grown since I've started. So I just want to continue that momentum and just make it a really fun live stream. I am considering the Discord so we can branch out, this I'm not going to call it a community yet, but like this group that's really interested in web design, so we can always have access, I guess, to each other and ask questions and, get help when we need help. So yeah, I'm definitely considering the Discord and I'll keep you posted on that. Mustafa wrote, "Hi John, would you mind critiquing one of the Webflow design I created for client? I made it late to your stream." Yeah, Mustafa, if you want to drop a super chat, I can review it. For anyone who's still on, feel free to drop off because I might just review Mustafa's site here. If not, I can review it next week, Mustafa. That will be fine. But send the site to webdevforyou.com, contact, and just fill out this contact form and send it to me that way. All right. And let's add some border radius to this button. I think that'll look cool too. Border radius of 30. All right, let's do 50. Cool. If we did add border radius, we want to add border radius to the button block too, so that when it comes in, it looks more like a pill shape. That is a very cool button. What am I talking about? I like that. Let me set the border radius to higher on both of these. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Next week, no code watching party. Yeah, let's do that actually. Yeah, no code is next week. So let's do it. I guess I'll stream it through my stream and we can just comment and actually I don't know how that would work. No code conference is next week. Should we take next week off? Yeah, no code conference is November 17th through the 18th. So it's 2 days. So 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I think I might do Wednesday and Thursday off so we can watch the no code conf. Let's do that. Yeah. So I might declare that now. Next week, Wednesday and Thursday is no code conf days. So I definitely want to be there. So we'll just take those 2 days off. Mustafa, let's see if we have the email. Yeah, let me see if my template's up yet. That'd be nice. No, not yet. I have my video ready to ready to publish live once my new template is up. I did a whole video on this new template, which I'm really happy about. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday, I believe those are the days. Let me double check. Excuse me. Yeah, the 17th and 18th are no code conf days, so no live stream those days, and the week after that we can talk about no code conf. That will be super fun. Yeah, I'm gonna register and make sure I know what talks are being given. Cool. Let's bring back these image wrappers too. And let's do center. This button wrapper, we'll set it to position relative. And we'll do vertical. Nope. Cool. So we did some, we had some cool effects. Yep. So Mustafa, send the link to the super chat did work. Send the link through my contact form. So fill this out and put the link in this message and I can review it. Can add a shadow to these cards. That might be fun. Add a shadow. 180 to the bottom. Distance. Change the opacity. Add more blur. Shadows are awesome. Distance. Oh yeah, no. I added the shadow to the wrong thing. Oops. Let me add it to the image. Nice subtle shadow. All right, cool. Okay, let's see. I'll wait a few more minutes, Mustafa. If not, we can pick it up next week. Yeah, I'm hoping either today or tomorrow. I don't have control of when it's released, but because it goes into the Webflow marketplace. So yeah, I'm not sure when it's going to be released. I'm hoping tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm starting to think of different ideas we can do for other live streams. Like, yeah, maybe just find a dribble shot and we can recreate it in Webflow. That could be pretty cool. There's so much inspiration on dribble. Yeah, this is nice. Look at this. Yeah, very unique. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this for Monday. I like this type of design. Oh yeah, let's do it. This would be a fun wizardry method homepage too, because it's a full homepage. All right, so let's see. Yep, Mustafa sent the site, and let's take a look. Whoa, 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 whoa! That was way too cool. Hold on. Yup. Hair removal services from highly skilled certified male medical esthetician. Okay. Yo. Mustafa. You're joking, right? This is amazing. This is amazing, dude. Look at that. This is really nice design. Awesome. So I'm guessing you revealed this with like an overflow hidden div block. Cool. Cool animations. I love the design with the borders and everything. Super clean. Let's check out the responsiveness. Oh yeah, that's amazing. What did you use any type of design system for this, Mustafa, or just your own class naming convention? This looks like wizardry. Yeah, I'm guessing you used the wizardry method because the text is scaling. Yeah, the text is scaling. Yeah, that'd probably be my only critique on mobile. So let me see what this looks like on mobile. And I haven't even checked out the other pages, but so far this is like super cool. So on mobile, let's take a look. Oh no, okay, so we do have a mobile menu. I don't know why it didn't work here. It didn't turn into a mobile menu here when I resized it. And you have dark and light mode. Hold on. Right here, yeah. Oh my god. Excuse me. I'm just wigging out. This is so good. We have about. Yeah. Super clean. I think Mustafa just wanted us to see this site. He knows it's good. This is a really nice site, yeah. I don't have any critique. I love the alignment. I love the lines. Let me see if there's anything I could find to help. Reviews. That's cool. The reviews, this probably could use a bit more design work. Maybe a little bit more embellishment and more typography here. This feels a little bit plain. I might add some cool quotes. That would be fun, like in this type of style quotations. So like, I would, let's see, where's the text here? So like, so this quote right here, I would use that and like put it at the beginning maybe of each review to make it stand out more, and maybe the text not have it be so wide, because I have to read kind of a lot of text from left to right on a bigger screen. On a smaller screen, it might not be an issue. I also notice, yeah, you're scaling the paragraph text. So on smaller screens, this text gets really small. So if you're using the wizardry method, I might stop scaling. Maybe, I don't know what the size of this here is, but I don't know, like 1280 or something, or like, let me actually just inspect it to see what the width is. At 1200, I might stop scaling the text so it doesn't get too small. Yeah, wizardry. So Mustafa, you're using wizardry. Yeah, so I would add that piece of code that Timothy Ricks provides to make sure that, so it's this max width calculator, or is that it? Let me see. Min width. Yeah, I would use the min width calculator. And you can see even here, it uses 1200. So that could be a good thing to do. When the screen, after the screen gets below a certain size, like stop scaling the text and use a font size instead. So I would just review that, maybe watch that video again, because I don't think you'd want to have your text scale like that small when getting to like a smaller screen. And even on mobile, it looks a little bit small. But hold on, I'm curious about something. So if I go to here, to reviews, yeah, here it looks fine. It looks great. So I'm not sure how you did that. Like, if I resize here, it doesn't change the breakpoints. Yeah, book an appointment. Yeah, this looks like Typeform. Yeah, Typeform. Yeah, that's Typeform. You can embed Typeform into Webflow. Typeform, Webflow. Yeah. Typeform integration. Yeah, it goes over it here, how to embed Typeform. Yeah, if you could explain that, Mustafa, like, I don't know if I'm missing something, but when I resize to tablet and mobile, okay, all right, now it's working. Oh, I see. Okay. So you on tablet you don't have the mobile menu. You just have it on mobile landscape and mobile portrait. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me go back into Sizzy. So that looks okay. On iPad, let's see how it looks on iPad. Yeah, so this is what I would change here on iPad. I would try to make it more similar to mobile because this text is a little bit small and it's a lot of text. So I would just try to update that. But yeah, and then I might put the mobile menu on tablet too, or make this bigger on tablet, this menu, because it's a little bit small. The text is really small on a tablet. But here the text looks good on all the other pages. Rates, that looks good. This is perfect. I really like this table. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I'd critique here. It might be nice to have grid lines between the different offerings to help me visually distinguish between them, but that's a minor thing. I don't even know if it looks that bad without dividing lines, but that might help create that more of a table feel and let my eye find specific services quickly so it's not confused with the other services. Yeah. Other than that, Mustafa, I think like this design is impeccable. It's really, really good stuff. When I see this, I think about the that part in the 40-year-old version where he got the wax. I've never done wax or anything like that, so I don't know about that world. But don't think I'd ever want to do that. Seems intense. I like this. Yeah, if you can share what you used for the marquee here, that'd be cool. I'm curious if you used a script or how you did this, or if you just used multiple text and then looped it using interactions. That'd be interesting to know. Yeah, I like a lot that you have a dark and light theme. I think that's super cool. And yeah, the booking is a Typeform. That's great. And yeah, there's not much I have to say about this, Mustafa, other than maybe on tablet, use pixels and change the size of the font here on tablet, and have it look more like mobile so that the user isn't really reading really small text. So if you're still using VW for tablet, I might switch to pixels for the body font on tablet. But that's all I got. Super strong design. Anytime I see lines and alignment, I think it just makes the design pop out, so much more. And those are things I'm going to consider too for my new site, my new WebDev for You site. Right now it's just a simple site, but I am planning on revamping it for sure. But yeah, great stuff, Mustafa. Don't think I have anything else to say. Yeah, let me check out the blog, see if I looked at everything. Yeah, awesome. There's a marquee here. Great. Let's look at the blog post. Okay. Yeah, so I probably should have looked at this too. Yeah, this isn't bad. Now, the text here feels a little bit big to me and a bit, I don't know if I like this text so much. It feels either too big or let me change it to black. Yeah, I might style this a bit more. Maybe make the text width, like the width of this text, like smaller. Like ideally, I would want the text to look more like this, even on larger screens. So on large screens, this text is huge. So maybe I wouldn't scale the text for the blog. Just have it be a specific pixel value maybe. Because when it scales up, and let me see if I even zoom out more. No, okay, yeah. I don't know, this text feels a little bit too big for the blog post. This image is really big. I might give a height to this section, and this image is pixelated. I might make the image like 500 pixels in height or something like that if it's going across the full width of the blog post. This image is fine, but the text feels too big, and this down here looks good. The font size looks good. So again, it's probably just working with where you want text to scale and like how you want it to scale. So again, I'd probably just do it for desktop, and specific text like this, I don't know if I'd scale, or I'd probably make this text a bit smaller and this picture smaller too. Let's check out another one. Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, I might make it a little bit smaller, that text. And here the image works a bit better because it's not pixelated. So yeah, if you're going to use really big images like that, make sure they're not pixelated, so that I can get the full effect. Because if I go here, this is just, it looks bad. It's just pixelated, and to me, when I see that first image, I'm like, are all the images going to look like that? Let's check out this one. Yeah, this is okay because the image is like not pixelated. But yeah, those are all I have. I have to go enjoy your weekend all. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Yvonne. I know it's gone over. I just wanted to review Mustafa's site. But yeah, that's all I got, Mustafa. Thanks for sharing. Great design, great work. Amazing the type of sites you can build in Webflow. I always tell people there's no limitation when you're building in Webflow. Some people are like, oh, well, I like building in code because I feel like I can do more. I don't think there's anything you cannot do in Webflow that you can do, hand coding. And that's why I like Webflow so much. It's so directly connected or correlated with actual code. Or there's just that one-to-one relationship that I feel like if you can take a shortcut with building visually, by learning Webflow for a few weeks, I think it's a huge time saver, and you can offer your clients really amazing websites. So yeah, that's it for today's live stream. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. We'll get back to intense layout building next week. Thanks for bearing with me the past couple of days where we just kind of winged it a little bit and worked on interactions and attempted working with some scripts. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the weekend and see you next week. And no code conf next week, the 17th and 18th. So we'll be taking those 2 days off. Thanks everyone. See you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.